from Dhaka, this is Tahmina Nupur and you are watching BSS News. Chief Advisor visits Burn Institute to inquire about the injured in jet crash. Preliminary draft of July Charter prepared, says Professor Riaz. Adilur Rahman for preserving real history of July uprising. Foreign Affairs Advisor Muhammad Hossain leaves for the United States to join United Nations Palestine meet. Israel declares Gaza fighting pause amid deepening hunger crisis. Now let's go for the details. Chief Advisor visits Burn Institute to inquire about the injured in jet crash. Chief Advisor Professor Dr. Muhammad Yunus visited the National Burn and Plastic Surgery Institute on Saturday night, 26 July, to inquire about the treatment of patients injured in the recent jet crash at Milestone School and College at Uttara in Dhaka. The Chief Advisor asked authorities to submit a specific proposal to improve emergency medical services. Professor Dr. Muhammad Yunus directed that all affected individuals, including students and families from Milestone School, be included in the mental health support process. He also instructed the hospital to ensure the comfort of close relatives staying with burn patients. Director of the Burn Institute, Professor Muhammad Nasiruddin, informed that based on the latest assessment, currently 4 patients are in critical conditions, 9 in severe condition and 23 in intermediate condition. He added that the condition of the patients is being monitored closely and updates may vary over time. The Chief Advisor said the government is determined to provide the best possible treatment. He expressed sincere thanks to the doctors, nurses, and foreign medical teams for their support during the crisis. Preliminary draft of July Charter prepared, says Professor Riaz. Vice Chairman of the National Consensus Commission of Bangladesh, Professor Dr. Riaz, said that the preliminary draft of the July Charter has been prepared. He said this on Sunday, 27 July, while delivering the opening remarks at the 19th meeting of the second phase of the Commission with political parties. Professor Dr. Riaz said the draft will be sent to all political parties by tomorrow for their review. He requested the parties to submit their feedback after internal discussions and assured that their opinions would be incorporated in the final version. He also stated that unless there are any major objections, the draft will not be reopened for discussion at the meetings. Once all feedback is received and integrated, the final charter will be shared, including its background, key commitments, and implementation process. Emphasizing the urgency, Professor Riaz said the discussions must be completed by 31st July. He informed that consensus has already been reached on 10 issues, while 7 are still under discussion and 3 have not yet been addressed. Sunday's meeting focused on 3 agendas: the basic principles of the state governance, the proposal to expand citizens' fundamental rights, and the formation of an independent police commission to ensure accountability and professionalism in the police force. Advisor Adilur Rahman for preserving real history of July uprising. The Housing and Public Works Advisor Adilur Rahman Khan has called on academicians to preserve the true history of the July uprising through research and documentation. He said it at the first ever International Conference on July Revolution ICJR1 2025 held at the Nawab Ali Chaudhuri Senate Building of Dhaka University today, 27th July. Advisor Adilur Rahman Khan said that retrieving documents, photos and videos of the July uprising and incorporating them into the national curriculum is a national responsibility. He also alleged that the former government used state institutions as political weapons and carried out enforced disappearances and detentions against dissenters. He stated that the fall of fascist rule alone is not enough and emphasized the need for reforms in the judiciary and security forces, as well as protection for student movements. Speaking as a special guest, retired American diplomat John F. Daniel expressed support for Bangladesh's interim government and stressed the importance of building a Bangladesh 2.0. He urged the government to maintain international relations and focus on attracting foreign investments. The day-long event was attended by scholars from Bangladesh, the United Kingdom, Canada, and the United States, who presented research papers and posters on July Revolution. Foreign Affairs Advisor Muhammad Hossain leaves for United States to join United Nations Palestine meet. Foreign Affairs Advisor Muhammad Hossain left Dhaka on Sunday morning 27th July to attend the high-level international conference for the peaceful settlement of the question of Palestine and the implementation of the two-state solution. The conference is taking place at the United Nations headquarters in New York. The two-day ministerial-level conference will be held on 28th and 29th July. It is jointly hosted by France and Saudi Arabia, following the United Nations General Assembly Resolution AREA 7981 adopted in December 2024. On Saturday, a senior official at the ministry told BSS that Touhid Hossain is expected to express Bangladesh's firm support for the rights of the Palestinian people and a practical two-state solution. Bangladesh will reaffirm its commitment to international law, the Charter of the United Nations, and relevant resolutions of the United Nations Security Council and General Assembly. The official also said Bangladesh will call for a credible and time-bound roadmap to ensure lasting peace in the Middle East. The United Nations gathering is regarded as an important global initiative to achieve consensus on Gaza governance, secure humanitarian access, and promote international recognition of the Palestinian statehood. Bangladesh has been a long-standing supporter of the Palestinian cause in the global forums and was among the first nations to recognize the state of Palestine after its declaration of the independence in 1988. Israel declares Gaza fighting pause amid deepening hunger crisis. Israel has declared a tactical pause in fighting in parts of Gaza from Sunday 27th July. The announcement comes amid a worsening hunger crisis and mounting international pressure. The Israeli military say the daily pause will last from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. in areas including Al-Mawasi, Deir al-Bala, and Gaza City, where no Israeli troops are currently operating. The army also claimed it coordinated the decision with the United Nations and other international organizations to allow more humanitarian aid into Gaza. Alongside this, the military began airdropping food and stated that designated secure routes across Gaza have been opened for safe passage of aid convoys delivering food and medicines. The Israeli army rejected allegations that it is using starvation as a weapon, insisting that its operations and aid facilitation disprove what it called false claims. Still, humanitarian agencies remained cautious. Many say they are waiting to see the real impact on the ground. Meanwhile, a senior United Nations official warned that airdrops alone will not reverse the deepening starvation. In Gaza, the pain is visible and raw. On Saturday, the Palestinian Civil Defense Agency reported over 50 more deaths from Israeli strikes, some of them civilians waiting near aid distribution centers. The humanitarian situation in Gaza is deteriorating fast. Over 100 aid organizations have warned that mass starvation is spreading. The United Arab Emirates and the United Kingdom have announced plans to resume airdrops in cooperation with Jordan. United Nations Relief and Works Agency Commissioner General Philippe Lazzarini said airdrops are expensive, inefficient, and can even risk civilians' lives. He stressed that they are no substitute for sustained land access. Israel said it does not limit the number of trucks allowed into Gaza and blamed United Nations agencies for delays in distribution. But humanitarian groups have accused the Israeli military of imposing excessive restrictions and maintaining tight control of road access. In the background, Gaza's suffering continues. According to official figures compiled by AFP, the Israeli campaign launched after the October 2023 attack by Hamas has killed 59,733 Palestinians, most of them civilians. The blockade, the strikes, the hunger, all continue. And in the words of Gaza's people, the plea is the same, a two-state solution, if not, then at least a ceasefire. But before more lives are lost. That's all for today. For more information, visit bssnews.net. Thanks for watching.